The Curious Case of the Missing Mammoth. This is a newer book for Kane Miller Publishing. There's a little boy in it, and he's in his bedroom at night, and he hears something outside, looks out the window, and finds a woolly mammoth that has escaped from the local museum during the museum's magic hour. That's the hour each night that the museum exhibits come alive. Here you can see the pages fold out. There are lots of flaps on every page. I love this story. The big mammoth needs the little boy's help to catch the little mammoth who's going all around the museum, and they need to get him back into his display before the magic hour is over. The other really cool thing about this book, you can read it straight through as a great fiction storybook, or you can also read all of these small flaps. Each display in the museum has flaps with real nonfiction information about things in the museum. So here we see Bessie Coleman. She was the first female pilot of African American or Native American descent, which is really cool. And you can just see so many bite-sized chunks of information for the various displays. Here's 5 fast carnivore facts about the dinosaurs. Just really neat stuff. So they're trying to get that woolly mammoth back in its display before the magic hour is over. You can also we have a woolly mammoth plush that accompanies this book. They're bought separately, but it's a great complement to the book. Next up, Can I Join Your Club? I love this book as a talking point for kids. There's a duck in the book who really wants some friends, and he tries to join a club. First, he tries to join the Lion Club. Well, as it turns out, he could not do a very good roar, and so his access was denied. Then he tried to join a snake club, etc., and he keeps getting his application denied. So Duck has a grand idea to start his own club, and you can read to find out if he also denies people who aren't ducks, or if he is loving and accepting and brings everybody in despite their differences. Great talking point book. Snowflake in My Pocket is a brand new book from Kane Miller about a little squirrel and a bear who are just best friends. They love to explore together, to play together, and Squirrel has never seen a winter snow yet. And so in the book, Bear knows a snow is coming, and you can see Squirrel there looking through the page, looking out of their tree at the snow, and it's just amazing. It's magical, like everybody's first snow is, and he's playing and having fun, but his friend Bear got sick and wasn't able to join him. And so this story has a very special twist of friendship where the little squirrel tries to bring his friend a bit of the snow because he loves his friend so much. Great friendship book. Nibbles. This is my favorite book of all, Nibbles the Book Monster. We have this happy little monster Nibbles who gets out of his crate. And oh boy, does he cause all kinds of havoc. He loves to nibble through different things, but his favorite thing to nibble on is books. So as you'll see, he makes his way into the library and then into other books. So within this big book, there are little books that nibbles his way into and causes all kinds of trouble. So throughout the book, you are trying to catch Nibbles and get him back into his own crate. There is he in Jack and the Beanstalk. He goes into Little Red Riding Hood, and you're trying to catch him. And so the whole point of the story is get that Nibbles, and you have to see at the very end if you're actually able to catch him. This is a book that always sells out. When I had this at preschool book fairs, it's sold out in minutes. You read it to the kids, they adore it. Definitely a great gift book. You can also we have a plush Nibbles for $12.99 that you can buy to complement this book as well. Okay, the last thing I want to show you, I'm really excited about, it's our Illustrated Classics collection. We have a lot of books in this collection. They are big, thick books with a soft padded cover that make them just feel so special. They have ribbons that can mark a child's spot. A child could probably read these on their own in about 3rd, 4th, or 5th grade. That's when my nephews in particular have really enjoyed. They've read every single one of them. There are far more than I'm showing you now. The newest one in the series is Illustrated Classics, Huckleberry, Finn, and Other Stories. This has Huckleberry Finn in it. You can see the great illustrations. Most every page has an illustration. I love these not just for elementary age kids to read independently, but also with preschool kids, kindergarten, first grade kids. They can access classic stories that they wouldn't be able to read on their own yet, but you can read them together and they have great illustrations. Inside this one we have Huckleberry Finn, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, Phantom of the Opera. Fables Around the World is another new addition to this series. If you have a child studying different cultures, this is a perfect book to study different stories from around the world. Really unique tales. You can see on this one there is more text. Some of the books do have a bit more text than others and less illustrations, but there are still illustrations on many of the pages.